And now, Act One of The Devil's Disciple by George Bernard Shaw.
Aren't you going to challenge me, Sentinel?
You do something, Pastor Anderson?
I trust not.
Well, it's nigh sunup.
You're leaving your post?
A fella wants to buy my cow.
And if the British come?
My cow will be gone.
Mrs. Dudgeon?
It's you, Pastor Anderson. I was expecting you later with the others.
I wanted a word with you first privately. I have some news.
I think it's going to be a fine morning after all.
A fine morning, and your father newly dead.
Well, it's not my fault.
Don't tend the fire. Lump. Well, what news?
Well, first, of course, I'm on my way to summon Lawyer Hawkins. We'll bring your husband's family to the reading of the will.
I know. Let them all come. And come quickly and go quickly. They shall not make Timothy's will an excuse to shirk half a day's work.
Sister, the Lord has laid his hand very heavily upon you.
I bear my cross as best I may. But I do think it hard. Very hard. Leaving everything on my shoulders.
Mrs. Dudgeon, your eldest son is back in town.
Richard! Richard is dead!
I wanted you to know before the others come.
Did my husband? Did Timothy
Yes,
send...
in his last hour when I was alone with him, your husband whispered to me to send for Richard.
And you agreed?
Wasn't it only natural, Mrs. Dudgeon? In that moment, his heart softened toward his prodigal son, but it was too late. My message didn't reach him till after the burial. Now there's the reading of the will to be gone through, and Richard has the right to be present.
The right?
But he has the grace to say that he does not want to force himself upon you.
He says so indeed. A wicked, dissolute, godless sinner that's left his home to live with smugglers, gypsies, and villains. A reprobate, an outcast, a mocker making jest of us. The more shame on you, Mr. Anderson. You, a minister of the gospel, to act as an accomplice in
I will take no offense at what you say in the bitterness of your grief over your husband.
My grief?
Well, of your disappointment in your eldest son, if you can find it in your heart to think that the better reason.
And since when, pray, have you begun to hold up our hearts as trustworthy guides for us?
Don't
lie, Mr. Anderson. We are told that the heart of man is deceitful above all else and desperately wicked. What else but that discipline has made me the woman I am? It warned me and strengthened me against my heart and made me marry a God-fearing man. And you who followed your heart in marriage, you with your pretty wife at home, you talk to me of what I find in my heart. Go along, man, and let Richard come with the others. But he shall be punished in this world and the next.
Well, Richard's earthly father has been merciful to him, and his heavenly judge is the father of us all.
Richard's earthly father was a soft-headed...
Dudgeon.
Well, I am Richard's mother. If I am against him, who has any right to be for him?
I used to have some little influence with you. When did I lose it?
When you married for love. Now you're answered.
Mrs. Dudgeon, has anyone told you about the new will?
The new will? Did my husband make...